Hello students, welcome to the subject of complex variable and partial differential equation. As you all know that from last two lecture we discussed about de Moivre's theorem and we solved so many example. So this is our next topic for this chapter, roots of complex number. Very important topic and very interesting. Roots of complex number means suppose if you want to find out square root of any complex number, cube root of any complex number, fourth root of any complex number, in general nth root of any complex number, then how you can find nth root of any complex number, and for that you have to follow this method. Which method? Let me explain you. So first of all, as you all know that what is our z? Z is nothing but x plus iy, okay, and I want to find out z raised to 1 upon n. I want to find out z raised to 1 upon n. So first of all we have to write z in polar form. So r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, what is my value of r? R is square root of x square plus y square and theta is principal argument. Okay, and now you all know that how we can find principal argument for any complex number. So now next step is very interesting. Now next step, just we add 2k pi in this angle. Okay, so can I write z is equal to instead of cos theta plus I sin theta, can I write cos 2k pi plus theta plus I sin 2k pi plus theta. Okay, correct? R into cos 2k pi plus theta plus I sin 2k pi plus theta. So just you have to remember, if you want to find out any nth root of any complex number, first of all you have to write down into a polar form and then add 2k pi in this principal argument theta. Okay, now I want to find out the value of z raised to 1 upon n. So that's why I can write r raised to 1 upon n. Okay, cos 2k pi plus theta plus I sin 2k pi plus theta raised to n, and now apply de Moivre's theorem. So that's why z raised to n, that is equal to r raised to 1 upon n cos 2k pi plus theta by n plus I sin 2k pi plus theta by n. Okay, now take k is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1. That means what? If you want to find out square root of any complex number, then take k is equal to 0, 1. If you want to find out cube root of any complex number, then take k is equal to 0, 1, 2. If you want to find out fourth root of any complex number, then you have to take k is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now you can easily understand. Let's see how we can solve this type of example, right? Follow this method. First of all we write any complex number into polar form. After that add 2k pi I, that is our next step. After that take nth root on both the sides, so z raised to 1 upon n, that is equal to r raised to 1 upon n, and then de Moivre's theorem apply. Okay, and then take k is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n minus 1. So this is my first example. Find the fourth root of minus 1. That means I want to find out this value, minus 1 raised to 1 by 4. And also the same question asked with this manner, z raised to 4 plus 1. So we know that z raised to 4 plus 1, that is equal to 0, and if you want to find out the value of z, what is z raised to 4? That is minus 1, and what is the z? That is minus 1 raised to 1 by 4. So both are same. Okay, clear? So now first of all you have to write minus 1 into a polar form. Okay, write minus 1 into polar form. Minus 1 is on the left side here, right? And for that, what is my theta? Principal argument is pi. We know that x less than 0 and y equal to 0, then theta is equal to pi. So that's why, and r is equal to 1. Clear? So that's why cos pi plus I sin pi. First of all add 2k pi. So minus 1, that can be written as cos 2k pi plus pi, 2k pi plus pi plus I sine 2k pi plus pi, okay, and minus 1 raised to 1 by 4, that is equal to cos 2k pi plus pi plus I sine 2k pi plus pi raised to 1 by 4, and now apply De Moivre's theorem. So this minus 1 raised to 1 by 4, that can be written as cos 2k pi plus pi by 4 and plus I sine 2k pi plus pi by 4, okay. And now we have to take the value of k because we want to find fourth root of this complex number. So take value of k 0, 1, 2 and 3, okay. So let's take one by one values, okay. Call it equation number 1. This is my equation number 1. I just write this equation once again. What is my equation? Minus 1 raised to 1 by 4, that is equal to cos 2k pi plus pi by 4 plus I sine 2k pi plus pi by 4, okay. And this is my equation number 1. Now first of all I take k is equal to 0, so call it z0. So that is cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4, clear. Cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4, and that is equal to 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2. Then take k is equal to 1. So z1, that is equal to cos, okay, 2 pi plus pi, so 3 pi by 4 plus I sine 3 pi by 4, and that can be written as cos pi minus pi by 4, correct. Pi minus pi by 4 in which quadrant? Now you are in second quadrant, okay, and second quadrant, okay, now you are in second quadrant, and in second quadrant sine function is positive, cos is negative, so this is minus cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4. So that's why we get minus 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2. Now let's take k is equal to 2. So the value of z2, that is cos, take k is equal to 2 here. So 4 pi into pi, cos 5 pi by 4, okay, 5 pi by 4 plus I sine 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4 can be written as pi plus pi by 4, okay, and pi plus pi by 4 means now you are in third quadrant. In third quadrant both function are negative, cos and sine. So can I write directly minus 1 by root 2, okay, the value of this minus 1 by root 2 minus I by root 2, okay. And suppose now let's take k is equal to 3, okay, let's take k is equal to 3. So the value of z3, you will get cos 3 into 2, 6 pi plus pi, so cos 7 pi by 4, cos 7 pi by 4 plus I sine 7 pi by 4, and that can be written as cos 2 pi minus pi by 4, okay, plus I sine 2 pi minus pi by 4, okay. And 2 pi minus pi by 4 means now you are in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant cos function is positive, sine function is negative, okay. So that's why this is 1 by root 2 minus I by root 2, clear. Let's solve one more example. Find and plot the value of cube root of 8i. So first of all I want to write 8i into polar form. So 8i means now you are in which 8i means here, okay, on positive y axis, right. Here I, then 2i, okay, and then 8i after that, 2i, 3i, 4i up to 8i. So for that theta is pi by 2 and r is equal to 8. So we can write 8 into cos pi by 2 plus I sine pi by 2, okay, clear. Just add 2k pi, so 8 into cos. Now what is value of 2k pi plus pi by 2? Can I write directly 2k pi plus pi by 2? When you take LCM, 4k pi plus pi by 2, so 4k plus 1 into pi by 2, okay. So that's why I just write here cos 4k plus 1 into pi by 2 plus I sine 4k plus 1 into pi by 2. Clear? And now take cube root on both the sides. So 8i raised to 1 by 3, that is equal to cube root of 8. First of all, that is 2. And now apply de Moivre's theorem also. So that's why we get cos 4k plus 1 into pi by 6. Here we have 1 by 3. Okay, so 1 by 3 multiply with 4k plus 1 into pi by 2. So that's why we can write cos 4k plus 1 into pi by 6. Okay, and plus I sine 4k plus 1 into pi by 6. Now you have to take value of k 0, 1 and 2. Okay, call it equation 1. So first of all take k is equal to 0. So we get cos pi by 6 plus I sine pi by 6. Okay, so for k equal to 0, z0 2 into cos pi by 6 plus I sine pi by 6. Okay, the value of cos pi by 6, that is root 3 by 2. So here we have root 3 by 2 plus I by 2. Okay, so this 2 will be cancelled out. So that's why we get root 3 plus I. Now let's take k is equal to 1. So z1, when we take k is equal to 1 here, we get cos 5 pi by 6. Okay, so that's why this is equal to 2 into cos 5 pi by 6 plus I sine 5 pi by 6. Now 5 pi by 6 can be written as pi minus pi by 6. Pi minus pi by 6 means now you are in second quadrant, and in second quadrant we know that sine function is positive, cos function is negative. So can I write directly 2 into minus cos pi by 6 plus I sine pi by 6, and that's why this is equal to 2 into minus root 3 by 2 plus I by 2. So this 2 will be cancelled out. So that's why this is exactly the value of minus root 3 plus I. And now when we take k is equal to 2, okay, so we get cos 8 plus 1, so 9 pi by 6. 9 pi by 6 means 3 pi by 2. Okay, and 2 into cos 3 pi by 2 plus I sine 3 pi by 2. Okay, and we clearly the value of cos 3 pi by 2 0, the value of sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So the final answer is minus 2i. Okay, so we get this 3 cube root of 8i. And clearly if you want to express on a circle, so suppose this is my complex, let me show you on the next page, root 3 plus I. So just you have to draw this type of figure, right? Root 3 plus I in first quadrant. Okay, somewhere here this is my root 3 plus I, root 3 minus root 3 plus I. So in which quadrant? Second quadrant. So here we have minus root 3 plus I and then minus 2i. Minus 2i means on this line. Okay, minus 2i. Okay, minus 2i. Clear? And clearly this circle with radius 2 and center 0 0. So in today's lecture just we discuss about how we can find roots of complex number for any complex number z raised to 1 upon n. Okay, you have to follow this procedure. First of all let me show you this procedure that you have to follow to find out any roots of complex number. So remember all this step, and after that we solve some of the very good example. First example is minus 1 raised to 1 by 4, and this is our second example. Okay, just try to solve this example. Homework for all the student: find and graph all 6 root of unity. Unity means 1, okay, in complex plane. So that means this is the homework for all the students. Find 1 raised to 1 by 6, and after that we solve this example. Find and plot the value of cube root of 8i. Okay, so thank you.